Hi, it's Nathan from Health Nutrition News, and I'm here today to give some insight on some everyday factors that contribute to weight gain and obesity. Unfortunately, many people think of their gut solely as the mechanism by which the body digests foods, which is at best an extreme oversimplification and at worst an ideology, massively contributing to the health problems, weight loss struggles, and autoimmune disorders of millions worldwide. In reality, the GI tract is much more than a digestion center. In fact, it is quite literally the body's second brain, as well as being home to 80% of the immune system. Within the gut resides roughly 100 trillion living bacteria. That's more than 10 times the number of cells the entire body has. And maintaining the ideal ratio of good bacteria, known as probiotics, to bad bacteria, is now gaining recognition as perhaps the single most important step a person can take to protect their health and further along fat loss goals. In fact, there are more than 200 studies linking inadequate probiotic levels to more than 170 different negative health issues, including obesity and weight gain. To touch briefly on the weight gain and obesity consequences, virtually every study performed on the obese population analyzing gut bacteria found higher instances of bad bacteria and lower levels of probiotics, again the good bacteria, within these individuals. Some of the more advanced signs that the intestinal bacterial imbalance has begun spinning out of control, such as gas and bloating, constipation and diarrhea, acid reflux, skin problems, overall sickness, headaches, urinary tract infections, trouble sleeping, an inability to lose weight, and sugar cravings, especially for heavily refined carbs. The ideal healthy ratio of good to bad bacteria is 85 to 15%, or 9 to 1. Unfortunately, due to lifestyle and environmental factors, the vast majority of the population is severely lacking when it comes to good probiotic bacteria, throwing their gut flora completely out of whack. These lifestyle and environmental factors include, but are not limited to, exposure to artificial sweeteners of any kind found in diet beverages, food items, chewing gum, even toothpaste, processed foods, chlorinated water, pollution, antacids, laxatives, alcoholic beverages, agricultural chemicals and pesticides, and antibiotics for medications or antibiotics found in meat and dairy products we ingest. Unless someone maintains a 100% organic diet, completely void of all sugar, and lock themselves in the house in an attempt to only consume the purest of air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's almost certain that a person's gut flora balance is suffering and will continue to suffer unless something is done to proactively correct it on a daily basis. If people continue to neglect their gastrointestinal health, the likely result is dramatically increased risk for health problems and disease, failure to experience relief from any ailments, and an inevitable continual struggle with obesity and weight gain. With that said, it's no wonder that research is now suggesting that supplementing with probiotics every single day is even more important to health than taking a daily multivitamin. Even more, a recent double-blind study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that test subjects who received probiotics daily were able to reduce their abdominal fat by nearly 5% over a 12-week period, while the non-probiotic group experienced no positive changes. Simply put, with research suggesting that probiotic supplementation is even more important to health than taking a daily multivitamin, and the fact that inadequate probiotic levels have been linked through research to more than 170 different diseases and health issues, including obesity and weight gain, everyone should be taking a daily probiotic. Here is a free report with the top 10 gut cleansing foods that will help regulate gut bacteria and help with weight loss today.